Take a deep breath and listen very carefully to what I'm about to share with you, because this information has the power to completely transform your entire life starting tonight. I'm going to reveal to you the scientific mechanism behind why acting as if you already have what you desire is not some mystical nonsense, not positive thinking fluff, but rather the most scientifically grounded method for breaking through the invisible barriers of your subconscious paradigm and manifesting a completely different reality. And I'm not going to give you theory or philosophy. I'm going to give you the actual neuroscience and quantum physics that explains exactly why this works every single time. Before we go any further into this, I need you to take action right now. Leave a comment below with these specific words. I act as if I already have it. This is not just engagement for the algorithm. This is your declaration that you're committing to this practice. This is your signal to the universe that you're ready to break free from your current paradigm and step into the reality you've always known was possible. So write it now. I act as if I already have it. Feel the shift in your energy as you write those words. That's the beginning of your transformation. Now let me explain what's really happening inside your mind and why most people remain trapped in the same reality year after year after year. Your paradigm is essentially a collection of subconscious programs that were installed in your mind during your early childhood, primarily between birth and age 7. During this critical period, your brain was operating in what's called theta brainwave state, which is essentially a hypnotic state. Everything you observed, everything you experienced, everything you were told was downloaded directly into your subconscious mind without any critical filter. These programs became your paradigm, and your paradigm now controls approximately 95% of your daily thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Think about that for a moment. Only 5% of your life is being run by your conscious mind, by your willpower and conscious choices. The other 95% is being controlled by subconscious programs that were installed when you were a child, most of which you're not even aware of. These programs determine how much money you make. They determine what kind of relationships you attract. They determine your level of health and vitality. They determine what you believe is possible or impossible for yourself. And here's the crucial part that changes everything. Your paradigm doesn't just influence how you think about reality. Your paradigm literally creates your perception of reality. Neuroscience has proven that your brain doesn't actually perceive objective reality. What your brain does is take a tiny amount of sensory information from the external world and then fills in the rest based on your existing paradigm, your existing beliefs and expectations. You're essentially hallucinating your reality based on your paradigm. If your paradigm says money is scarce and hard to earn, your brain will literally filter your perception to only see evidence that confirms this belief. You'll walk past opportunities without even noticing them. If your paradigm says you're not worthy of love, your brain will filter your perception to focus on rejection and overlook genuine connection. If your paradigm says success requires struggle and sacrifice, your brain will make sure you experience struggle and sacrifice. Your paradigm is the lens through which you experience reality, and that lens determines what reality you experience. This is where most people get completely stuck in their lives. They try to change their external results by taking different actions. They work harder and longer. They try new strategies and tactics. They read more books and take more courses, but they never change the underlying paradigm that's generating their results. And because the paradigm stays the same, the results fundamentally stay the same. They might get temporary improvements, brief wins, short-term progress, but inevitably they snap back to their paradigm's default setting like a rubber band. They hit what's called their upper limit, the glass ceiling that's created and maintained by their subconscious programming. But tonight, I'm going to show you exactly how to shatter that glass ceiling permanently. I'm going to reveal the scientific mechanism that allows you to break through your paradigm and create a completely different reality. And the key to this entire transformation is contained in this simple instruction. Act as if you already have it. When you act as if you already possess what you desire, something profound happens at the neurological level inside your brain. Your subconscious mind, which controls that 95% of your life, cannot distinguish between an experience that's vividly imagined and an experience that's physically real. This is not metaphor. This is not philosophy. This is established neuroscience. Studies using brain imaging technology have proven that when you imagine an experience with sufficient sensory detail and emotional intensity, your brain activates exactly the same neural networks that would activate if you were physically having that experience in real life. Your brain releases exactly the same neurochemicals. Your body produces exactly the same physiological responses. Your nervous system generates exactly the same electrical patterns. To your subconscious mind, to your body, to your nervous system, imagination and reality are neurologically identical. This is why visualization is so powerful. This is why mental rehearsal works so effectively for athletes. This is why acting as if you already have what you desire is the fastest way to change your paradigm. When you act as if you already have your desire, when you think the thoughts, feel the feelings, make the decisions, and take the actions of someone who already possesses what you want, you're not pretending in any negative sense. You're not lying to yourself. You're actually programming. You're impressing a new reality directly onto the operating system of your subconscious mind. You're creating new neural pathways. You're installing new subconscious programs. You're building a new paradigm. And your subconscious mind, being completely unable to tell the difference between what you're vividly acting as if is true and what is physically true, accepts this new reality as fact. And the moment your subconscious accepts something as fact, it immediately begins to automatically generate thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that are consistent with that new fact. It begins to shift your vibrational frequency to match your new reality. And once your vibration shifts, the law of attraction must respond. Your external reality must reorganize itself to reflect your new internal reality. This is not hope or wishful thinking. This is how consciousness creates reality. But here's what stops most people from ever experiencing this transformation. Their current paradigm screams at them, but this isn't true. You don't actually have it. You're lying to yourself. You're being delusional. This is fake. And this is where you must understand something that changes everything. Your current reality, everything you're experiencing right now in this present moment, is not really your present. It's your past. It's the materialization of thoughts, feelings, and vibrations you were holding weeks ago, months ago, sometimes even years ago. There's a time lag between your internal reality and your external reality. Your current circumstances are old news. They're feedback from an outdated frequency. They're the echo of your past paradigm. And if you keep reacting to your current circumstances, if you keep letting what is determine how you feel and what you believe is possible, you'll just keep recreating the same reality over and over and over in an endless loop. You'll be stuck in the past forever. Acting as if you already have it is how you break that cycle. It's how you stop reacting to your past and start creating your future. It's how you introduce a new frequency, a new vibration, a new paradigm that's not based on what is, but on what you're choosing to create. And when you hold that new frequency consistently enough for long enough, your old paradigm begins to weaken. The old neural pathways begin to atrophy. The old subconscious programs begin to malfunction. The old limiting beliefs begin to dissolve. And eventually, the entire paradigm collapses and shatters, and a completely new paradigm rises up to replace it. A paradigm that supports your desires instead of sabotaging them. A paradigm that expects abundance instead of scarcity. A paradigm that sees possibility instead of limitation. A paradigm that generates success instead of struggle. Now let me be very specific and practical about what acting as if you already have it actually looks like in daily life, because there's enormous confusion about this concept. It does not mean being financially irresponsible. It does not mean making purchases you can't afford. It does not mean quitting your job before you have income. It does not mean ignoring real responsibilities. That's not acting as if. That's being reckless and foolish. What acting as if actually means is aligning your internal state, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your self-concept, with the exact internal state of someone who already has what you desire. It means making decisions from that place. It means speaking from that place. It means moving through the world from that place. Let me give you a concrete example so you can understand exactly how this works in practice. Let's say your desire is financial freedom and abundance. Acting as if you already have financial abundance doesn't mean going out and buying a Ferrari you can't afford. That's not acting as if. That's being stupid. Acting as if means feeling abundant right now, even if your bank account is currently low. It means making decisions with confidence and clarity instead of fear and desperation. It means carrying yourself with the body language and posture of someone who is financially secure. It means speaking about money with ease and relaxation instead of stress and anxiety. It means being generous even when money is tight, because someone who has abundance knows with certainty that more is always flowing in. It means investing in yourself, in your growth, in your education, in your development, because someone who has abundance knows they are their most valuable asset. It means expecting good things to happen instead of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Do you see the profound difference? You're not denying your current reality. You're simply not making it your identity. You're choosing to align with the reality of who you're becoming instead of the reality of who you've been. If you haven't already, write in the comments right now, I act as if I already have it. And if this message is resonating with you, if you can feel something shifting inside you, subscribe to this channel immediately and click the like button, because what I'm teaching you is not mainstream information. This is how the most successful people in the world actually operate at the subconscious level, whether they're consciously aware of it or not. This is the real science behind manifestation and reality creation. Now I want to prepare your nervous system for this practice. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold that breath for 4 counts. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat this 3 times. With each exhale, feel your old paradigm beginning to loosen its grip on you. Feel the tension and resistance in your body starting to release. You're creating space for a new paradigm to emerge. Here's what most people fail to understand. Your paradigm is not who you are. Your paradigm is not your true identity. Your paradigm is just programming, just software that's been running in the background of your mind for decades. And any software can be updated and replaced. The way you change deep subconscious programming is not through willpower or effort or struggle. You don't change your paradigm by fighting against it. You change your paradigm by consistently introducing a new frequency, a new vibration, a new identity that's so strong and so clear that the old paradigm simply cannot maintain itself anymore. The old paradigm cracks, fragments, and eventually shatters completely, and a new paradigm crystallizes in its place. And the single most powerful way to introduce that new frequency, that new vibration, that new identity is through the practice of acting as if you already have what you desire. Because when you act as if, you're not just thinking about your desire intellectually or visualizing it passively. You're embodying it, you're living it, you're being it right now in this present moment. And that level of total embodiment creates such a powerful vibrational signal that your old paradigm cannot possibly compete with it. Let me tell you exactly what happens when you fully commit to this practice. In the beginning, it will feel uncomfortable and unnatural. Your old paradigm will fight back hard. It will tell you you're being ridiculous and delusional. It will tell you you're lying to yourself, and this will never work. It will generate fear, doubt, anxiety, and intense resistance. This is completely normal and actually a positive sign. This is your old paradigm fighting desperately for its survival. Because if this new frequency successfully takes root in your subconscious mind, the old paradigm dies, and your paradigm doesn't want to die. It wants to stay in control. But here's what you absolutely must understand. That discomfort, that resistance, that inner conflict is not evidence that you're doing something wrong. It's proof that you're doing something right. It's evidence that you're pushing against the boundaries of your old limited reality. It's evidence that your paradigm is beginning to crack. So when you feel that discomfort, don't back down. Don't retreat into the false comfort of your familiar patterns. Lean into the discomfort, push harder, act as if even more boldly and consistently, because on the other side of that discomfort is freedom. On the other side of that resistance is your new reality, and then something miraculous happens. Usually after about 7 to 14 days of consistent practice, something breaks through. You might notice yourself naturally making a decision that the old version of you would never have made. You might catch yourself speaking with confidence and authority you didn't know you had. You might feel a deep sense of peace and certainty that doesn't logically match your circumstances. These are the signs that your new paradigm is beginning to take root. These are the signs that the old programming is losing its control over your subconscious mind. These are the signs that you're becoming the person who already has what you desire. And as this new paradigm continues to strengthen and solidify over the following weeks, your external reality begins to shift in ways that will absolutely astonish you. Not because you're forcing anything to happen, not because you're manipulating or controlling anything, but simply because your vibrational frequency has changed at the core level, and the law of attraction is now responding to your new frequency instead of your old frequency. Unexpected opportunities begin appearing seemingly out of nowhere. The exact right people show up in your life at precisely the right moment. Doors that were previously closed and locked suddenly swing wide open. Synchronicities and coincidences become a daily occurrence. Things that seemed completely impossible based on your old paradigm suddenly become not only possible but inevitable. And it all happens naturally, organically, effortlessly, without struggle. Because you're no longer vibrating at the frequency of lack and limitation. You're now vibrating at the frequency of already having. And having attracts more having exponentially. Now let me give you a very specific practice that you can start using tonight. I call this the identity embodiment visualization. Tonight, before you fall asleep, I want you to do this exercise. Close your eyes and ask yourself this powerful question: who would I be if I already had everything I desire? Don't just think about this question on the surface level. Go deep with it. Really explore it. What kind of person would you be? How would you think differently? What would you feel emotionally throughout the day? How would you carry yourself physically? How would you walk and move? What would you believe about yourself at the deepest level? What would you believe about other people and the world? What would you believe about money, about success, about relationships, about what's possible? Take your time with this. Let a crystal clear, vivid image emerge in your mind of this version of yourself. See them clearly. See exactly how they stand and move. See how they interact with others. See how they make decisions. See how they handle obstacles and challenges. See how they celebrate their wins and victories. This version of you is not some fantasy character or fictional person. This is you operating at your absolute highest potential, completely free from all the limitations and restrictions of your current paradigm. This is who you actually are at your core, beneath all the layers of conditioning and programming that have been covering your true self. Now here's the critical part of this practice. For the next 24 hours straight, I want you to be that person. Not think about being that person. Not imagine being that person. Not try to be that person. Actually be that person. When you wake up in the morning, wake up as them. When you brush your teeth and get dressed, do it as them. When you speak to anyone, speak as them. When you make any decision throughout the day, make decisions as them. When challenges and obstacles arise, respond as them, not as your old self. For a full 24 hours, you are no longer your old limited self. You are your fully realized, fully actualized self. The self who already has everything you desire. This might feel strange and artificial in the beginning. It might feel like you're acting in a movie or playing a role, but you're not playing a role. You're not faking anything. You're trying on your true identity. The identity that your paradigm has kept hidden and suppressed your entire life. And the more consistently you practice being this person, the more natural and effortless it becomes. Eventually, it stops being something you consciously do. It starts being who you actually are. The acting becomes your reality. And here's what's so beautiful and powerful about this practice. You don't have to wait for your circumstances to change before you can be this person. You don't have to wait until you have the money, the relationship, the business, the body. You can be this person right now, today, in this exact moment. You can think like them right now. You can feel like them right now. You can speak like them right now. You can move like them right now. And when you consistently do this, your external circumstances have absolutely no choice but to eventually catch up and align with who you're being internally. Let me give you another extremely powerful technique. I call this the future memory imprinting technique. Tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to create a memory in your mind, but not a memory from your past, a memory from your future. Choose one very specific moment from your desired reality. Maybe it's the moment when you open your banking app and see the exact balance you've always wanted. Maybe it's the moment when the keys to your dream home are placed in your hand. Maybe it's the moment when you hear the words, "Congratulations, you got the position for the job you've been dreaming of." Maybe it's the moment when you look in the mirror and see the fit, healthy, vibrant body you've been working toward. Choose one specific, vivid moment. Then close your eyes and live that moment as if it's happening right now in real time. Don't see it from outside yourself like you're watching a movie. Don't observe yourself having this experience. Be completely inside the experience. See everything through your own eyes. Feel everything in your own body. Hear everything with your own ears. Notice the temperature, the lighting, the sounds, the smells. Make it so incredibly vivid, so intensely real, so rich with sensory detail that it feels exactly like an actual memory from your past. Your subconscious mind will store this as a real memory. And once it's encoded in your neural networks as a memory, once your subconscious mind believes with total certainty that this has already happened to you in the past, it will automatically do everything in its power to make it happen again in your physical reality. Because your subconscious mind is constantly seeking consistency and coherence. It wants your external reality to match your internal reality. It wants your future to match your memories. This is why acting as if you already have it is so incredibly powerful. You're not trying to create something new from nothing. You're not trying to manifest something that doesn't exist. You're remembering something that already exists in the quantum field of infinite possibility. You're tuning your consciousness into the frequency where your desire already exists as a reality. And as you consistently hold that frequency through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions, your physical material reality must inevitably shift and reorganize itself to match that frequency. Now I need to address something important that creates massive confusion and doubt for many people. Some people worry that acting as if you already have it means ignoring real problems in your life or being irresponsible about serious issues. They think it means pretending everything is perfect when it clearly isn't. But that's a complete misunderstanding of what this practice is actually about. You can fully acknowledge your current reality without making that reality your permanent identity. You can clearly see what is without allowing what is to determine what will be. For example, let's say you're currently dealing with significant debt. Acting as if you have financial abundance doesn't mean pretending the debt doesn't exist or ignoring it irresponsibly. It means handling the debt from a completely different internal state. It means approaching the debt from a place of abundance consciousness, instead of from a place of scarcity and panic. Someone who has true abundance doesn't panic about debt. They don't stress and worry. They create an intelligent strategic plan. They take consistent, effective action. They trust completely that they have the intelligence, the resources, and the ability to solve the problem. They don't define themselves by the temporary debt. They don't make the debt their identity. They see it as a temporary situation that they're actively resolving, while simultaneously holding the core identity of someone who is fundamentally abundant. Do you see the profound difference? You're not denying reality or lying to yourself. You're choosing which aspect of reality to align your consciousness with. Your current circumstances represent one level of reality, but the reality of your unlimited potential, the reality of who you're becoming, that's another equally valid level of reality. And when you act as if you already have what you desire, you're consciously choosing to align with that higher reality instead of your current reality. And here's what happens when you practice this with total consistency, day after day. Your paradigm begins to crack and shift in very specific, observable ways. First, you notice your automatic thought patterns fundamentally changing. Thoughts that used to completely dominate your mind. Thoughts of lack, limitation, fear, worry, self-doubt. They begin to lose their power and grip over you. New thoughts naturally emerge from within you. Thoughts of possibility, abundance, confidence, certainty. And these aren't forced thoughts that you're trying to think. These are natural, organic thoughts that arise from your new paradigm. Second, you notice your emotional set point dramatically shifting. Where you used to feel chronic anxiety and stress, you now feel calm and centered. Where you used to feel constant doubt and uncertainty, you now feel deep confidence and certainty. Where you used to feel scarcity and lack, you now feel abundance and sufficiency. And this profound shift isn't because your external circumstances have changed yet. It's because your internal paradigm has changed, and your paradigm determines your baseline emotional state. Third, you notice your behaviors and decision-making patterns completely transforming. You start making different choices naturally without effort. You start saying yes to opportunities that your old paradigm would have automatically rejected out of fear. You start saying no to things that don't align with your new elevated identity. You start investing in yourself in ways you never did before. You start taking intelligent, calculated risks that your old paradigm would have considered far too dangerous. And all of this transformation happens naturally, organically, without force or struggle, because you're no longer operating from your old limiting programming. Fourth, and this is perhaps the most exciting part, you start witnessing synchronicities, coincidences, and seeming miracles. The exact right people appear in your life at precisely the right moment with exactly what you need. The exact information or knowledge you need comes to you exactly when you need it. The perfect opportunities open up just as you're ready to walk through them. This is not random chance or luck. This is the law of attraction responding directly to your new vibrational frequency. You're acting as if you already have your desire, and the entire universe is literally rearranging itself to make your internal reality into your external reality. Let me give you a very practical, real-world example of how to apply this. Let's say your desire is to have a wildly successful, thriving business. Here's exactly how you act, as if you already have it. Every single morning when you wake up as the CEO and founder of a highly successful company. You don't wake up as someone who's trying to start a business or struggling to build a business. You wake up as someone who already has an established, profitable, thriving business that serves thousands or millions of people. How does that person start their morning? What do they think about as they wake up? How do they plan their day? What's their energy and attitude and emotional state? Maybe they start with deep gratitude for their amazing team and all the customers they serve. Maybe they review their vision and strategic plan for where the company is heading over the next year. Maybe they make high-level decisions about expansion into new markets, about exciting new opportunities, about how to serve their customers at an even higher level of excellence. You do all of this mentally and emotionally, even if your business is currently just an idea in your head, even if you don't have a single customer yet, even if you don't have a team, even if you haven't made your first dollar in revenue. You act as if you already have the successful, thriving business right now in this present moment. And then throughout your entire day, you make every single decision from that elevated identity. Someone who has a successful business invests heavily in continuous learning and growth. So you invest in courses, books, seminars, mentors, coaches. Someone who has a successful business values their time as their most precious, non-renewable resource. So you stop wasting time on low-value activities and distractions that don't move you toward your vision. Someone who has a successful business builds powerful, strategic relationships. So you actively reach out to potential partners, potential clients, potential collaborators, potential mentors. Someone who has a successful business thinks big and plays at a high level. So you stop playing small and safe. You start setting goals that simultaneously excite you and terrify you. You're not waiting for the business to become successful before you think and act this way. You're thinking and acting this way right now, today, and that elevated identity is precisely what causes the business to become successful in physical reality. Your identity always precedes your results. Your paradigm always creates your reality. This is not metaphor. This is literal cause and effect. Let me share something with you that's extremely powerful, but often completely overlooked. When you act as if you already have what you desire, you're not only changing your internal vibration and frequency, you're also fundamentally changing the way other people perceive you and respond to you. Human beings are incredibly sensitive to energy, frequency, and vibration, even if they're not consciously aware of it. People can sense and feel your level of confidence, your level of certainty, your level of abundance consciousness, and they respond to that energy either positively or negatively based on what you're broadcasting. When you walk into a room or a meeting vibrating at the frequency of lack, desperation, and neediness, people unconsciously feel that and they avoid you. They don't trust you. They don't want to do business with you. They don't want to invest in you or partner with you. They don't want to be around that low frequency energy. But when you walk into that exact same room, vibrating at the frequency of abundance, confidence, certainty, and power, people are magnetically drawn to you. They want to work with you. They want to help you succeed. They want to invest in you and support you. They want to be around your high-frequency energy because it makes them feel better. This is why acting as if you already have it is not just an internal practice. It's not just about changing your thoughts and feelings. It has immediate, tangible, measurable effects in your external world and in your relationships with other people. Your energy and frequency literally change the way reality responds to you. Now, I need to give you a very important warning about this practice. When you start acting as if you already have what you desire, some people in your life are not going to understand what you're doing. They might think you're being arrogant or cocky. They might think you're being delusional or unrealistic. They might try to bring you back down to earth, as they call it. They might say things like, "Why are you acting like you've already made it when you clearly haven't?" Or, "You need to be more realistic about your situation and your limitations." These people are not bad or wrong. They're simply responding to your old frequency because that's the version of you they know and are comfortable with. That's the version of you that matches their paradigm and their comfort zone. But you're no longer that person. You're no longer operating from that old limited paradigm. You're operating from a completely new paradigm now. And you absolutely must protect that fragile new paradigm while it's still taking root and solidifying in your subconscious mind. This is why silence and discretion are absolutely critical during this transformation process. Don't announce to everyone what you're doing. Don't try to explain this practice to people who won't understand or who will judge you for it. Don't seek validation or approval from others for your new identity. Just quietly do the practice. Act as if you already have it in private. Let your results speak for themselves. And when people eventually start noticing dramatic changes in your life and reality, when they start asking you what's different about you, then you can choose to share if you want to, but not before. Not while your new paradigm is still vulnerable and forming. Write in the comments one more time, I act as if I already have it. Each time you write this, you're impressing it deeper into your subconscious mind. You're reinforcing your commitment to this new way of being. You're sending a signal to the universe about who you're choosing to become. Now let me teach you about a specific aspect of acting, as if that most people completely overlook and miss. It's not just about how you act externally in the world. It's equally about your internal dialogue, your self-talk, the constant stream of thoughts and narrative you're telling yourself about who you are and what's possible for you. This internal narrative is extraordinarily powerful because it's constantly programming your subconscious mind every single second of every single day. If your internal dialogue is dominated by thoughts like, "I'll never succeed," or "I'm not good enough," or "This is too hard for me," or "I always fail at everything," or "I don't deserve this," then that's the paradigm you're reinforcing and strengthening with every single thought. That's the vibration you're generating, and that's the reality you're creating for yourself through the law of attraction. But when you act as if you already have what you desire, your internal dialogue transforms completely. You start saying things to yourself like, "I am successful, I am worthy, I am capable, this is working out perfectly, everything always works out for me, I always find a way, I am abundant, I am powerful." And here's the key that most people completely miss. You say these empowering statements to yourself especially when, your current circumstances appear to completely contradict them. You say them when the evidence suggests the opposite, because your internal dialogue is not about accurately reporting on your current reality. Your internal dialogue is about actively creating your future reality. It's about consciously programming your subconscious mind. It's about choosing your vibration instead of letting your circumstances choose it for you by default. Let me give you a very specific practice for transforming your internal dialogue. Right now, I want you to choose 3 identity statements. These must be statements about who you are, not about what you want to have or achieve. Not, "I want to be wealthy, but I am wealthy." Not, "I want to be healthy, but I am healthy." Not, "I want to be successful, but I am successful." Not, "I hope to be confident, but I am confident." Choose 3 powerful identity statements that perfectly align with your desires. And starting tonight, starting right now, I want you to repeat these statements to yourself every single time you catch yourself thinking a negative or limiting thought. You don't fight against the negative thought. You don't resist it or push it away. You simply immediately replace it with your chosen identity statement, over and over and over, hundreds of times per day if necessary, thousands of times per week. You're literally reprogramming your paradigm in real time through this practice. And here's what happens after approximately 21 to 30 days of consistent daily practice. Those identity statements begin to feel true at the deepest level. They stop feeling like affirmations you're trying to force yourself to believe. They start feeling like simple, obvious facts about who you are. This is your new paradigm solidifying and crystallizing. This is your old limitations shattering and dissolving. This is you finally stepping into your true power and potential. Now let me teach you something about paradigms that very few people understand. Your paradigm doesn't just control your conscious thoughts and emotions. Your paradigm also directly controls and regulates your autonomic nervous system. When you're operating with a paradigm of fear, scarcity, and limitation, your nervous system is chronically stuck in sympathetic activation, in fight or flight mode. Your body is constantly tense and contracted. Your breathing is shallow and restricted. Your heart rate is elevated, your blood pressure is high, your cortisol and stress hormones are chronically elevated. You're living in survival mode 24/7. And when you're stuck in survival mode, your brain literally cannot access its higher functions. You cannot think creatively, you cannot innovate, you cannot see opportunities clearly, you cannot make optimal decisions. You can only react defensively to perceived threats. But when you act as if you already have your desire, when you embody the frequency and vibration of abundance, success, and achievement, your nervous system completely shifts out of sympathetic fight or flight mode and into parasympathetic rest and digest mode. Your body relaxes deeply at the cellular level. Your breathing becomes deep, full, and diaphragmatic. Your heart rate slows and becomes coherent. Your blood pressure normalizes. Your feel-good neurochemicals like serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin increase dramatically. You shift from survival mode into thriving mode. And from this elevated state, everything changes. Creativity flows freely and naturally. Intuition speaks clearly and loudly. Opportunities become visible everywhere you look. Optimal solutions appear effortlessly. This is why acting as if you already have it is not just a mental or emotional practice, it's a full-body somatic practice. You're not just changing your thoughts and feelings, you're changing your entire physiology at the cellular and nervous system level. You're training your body to generate and feel the exact physical sensations and neurochemistry of someone who already has what you desire, and your body, being completely unable to distinguish between what's vividly imagined and what's physically real, begins to produce the biology, the chemistry, the physiology of success, abundance, and achievement. So tonight, as you practice acting as if you already have what you desire, pay very close attention to your physical body. Notice where you're holding tension, tightness, and contraction. Notice where your body feels closed, defended, and guarded, and then consciously, deliberately release and relax those areas. Let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Let your jaw completely soften and unclench. Let your belly relax and expand. Breathe deeply and fully into your entire torso. This is the body of someone who already has everything they need and desire. This is the body of someone who is completely secure, abundant, successful, and free. Feel it, embody it, become it. Now let's talk about what happens as your old paradigm begins to crack, fragment, and shatter. I need to be honest with you. It's not always comfortable or pleasant. Sometimes it can feel like your entire world and identity are falling apart around you. Old relationships that no longer serve your highest good might naturally end. Old identities and roles that you've clung to for decades might die. Old patterns, habits, and coping mechanisms might completely break down. This can feel scary, chaotic, and disorienting. Your ego will panic. Your old paradigm will desperately try to pull you back into the false safety of what's familiar and comfortable. But you must understand that this destruction, this death of the old, is absolutely necessary for the creation and birth of the new. The old paradigm must completely shatter and dissolve for the new paradigm to emerge and crystallize in its place. You must let go of who you were, who you thought you were, to become who you're truly meant to be. And here's what I need you to deeply understand and trust. You are completely safe in this process, even though it might feel chaotic and out of control, even though it might feel like you're losing yourself. You're actually finding yourself. You're taking your power back from decades of subconscious programming. You're choosing your reality consciously for the first time, instead of letting your childhood conditioning choose it for you unconsciously. This is real growth. This is genuine evolution. This is authentic transformation, and it's the most important work you will ever do in your entire life. As you move through this process of paradigm death and rebirth, trust yourself completely and absolutely. Trust your intuition. Trust your inner guidance. Trust the inspired ideas and insights that come to you seemingly out of nowhere. Trust the impulses and urges to take certain actions. These are not random. These are not coincidence. These are the universe, the quantum field, your higher self responding directly to your new frequency, actively guiding you toward the manifestation of your desire. And when you act on these impulses immediately without hesitation, when you follow this inner guidance without doubt, you dramatically accelerate the entire manifestation process. You collapse time. You shorten the gap between who you're acting as if you are and who you actually become in physical reality. Let me give you one final practice to do tonight before you sleep. I call this the mirror declaration practice. Stand directly in front of a mirror, look yourself straight in the eyes, and say these words out loud with absolute total conviction. I am not who I was. I am who I'm becoming. I act as if I already have everything I desire right now. My old paradigm is shattering. I'm abundant. I am successful. I am powerful. I am worthy. I am free. This is my truth. This is my reality. This is who I am. Say these words with deep feeling and emotion. Say them with conviction and certainty. Say them until you feel them resonating in every cell of your body. Say them until you believe them at the absolute deepest level of your being, and then carry that powerful elevated energy into your sleep. Let your subconscious mind integrate and process that new programming all night long while your conscious mind rests. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, wake up as that person you declared yourself to be. Act as if you are that person from the first moment your eyes open. Be that person. Live as that person, not for 5 minutes, not for 1 hour, but for the entire day, from morning until night. Make it your dominant frequency. Make it your new baseline. Make it your new normal. Make it your new paradigm. And then watch. Watch carefully and pay attention as your reality begins to shift in ways you never imagined possible. Watch as unexpected opportunities appear. Watch as your confidence and self-belief grow exponentially. Watch as your energy and vitality increase. Watch as people respond to you in completely different ways. Watch as doors that were locked swing wide open. Watch as your old limitations dissolve like mist. Watch as your old paradigm shatters piece by piece until all that remains is the truth of who you really are and what you're truly capable of creating. This is not a quick fix. This is not a magic pill. This is not an overnight transformation. This is a journey of consistent daily practice and commitment. Some paradigms shatter and transform quickly in a matter of weeks. Other paradigms take months to fully dissolve and be replaced. But here's what I can promise you. Every single day that you act as if you already have what you desire, you're weakening the old programming and strengthening the new. Every single decision you make from your new identity is another crack in the foundation of your old paradigm. Every single thought you think from your new frequency is evidence and proof that you're transforming at the deepest level. Trust this process completely. Stay committed, absolutely. And never, ever let your current circumstances convince you to go back to who you were. That person is dead. That version of you no longer exists. You are becoming someone entirely new. Take a deep breath now. Place your hand over your heart. Feel your heartbeat and make this sacred commitment to yourself and to the universe. I act as if I already have everything I desire. I embody the frequency and identity of my fulfilled self. I allow my old paradigm to shatter completely. I welcome my new reality with open arms and open heart. I am ready. I am willing. I am worthy. I am becoming. Feel that commitment anchoring deep into your bones. Feel it integrating into your cellular structure. Feel it becoming part of your DNA. And now, as you prepare for sleep tonight, begin your breathing practice one final time. Inhale slowly and deeply for 4 counts. Hold gently for 4 counts. Exhale completely for 6 counts. As you breathe, visualize your old paradigm cracking and shattering like glass. See brilliant golden light pouring through the cracks. See a new version of yourself emerging from that light, radiant, confident, abundant, successful, powerful, free. This is not fantasy. This is not wishful thinking. This is not imagination. This is your truth. This is your destiny. This is who you've always been at your core, beneath all the layers of limiting conditioning and programming. And tonight, you're finally giving yourself permission to become that person fully and completely. Sleep deeply, dream powerfully, and wake up tomorrow ready to act as if you already are who you've always known you could become, because you are. That version of you already exists in the quantum field. Now you're simply allowing it to manifest into physical form through your consistent thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions. Good night, and remember, act as if you already have it.